One of the person I dearly follow over the years is Roger Schank. He wrote a book on Tell Me a Story, and he wrote other books. He's an artificial intelligence guru from Northwestern University. He's retired now. So I was talking to him one time and asked him the question about how do we communicate. He says, we communicate through stories. And he says, I can't understand people saying something that we don't use stories. He says, we use stories, we communicate by stories. There's no other way but to communicate to stories. Come to think about it. If you listen at your conversations to participants, to learners, to your kids, to your peers, there's always a certain layer of story. So imagine it this way. At one level, there is what you call factual content. Okay, like for example, I am going to drive a car. That's factual content. I will drive a car. On top of that is another area. My drive was really great. There was no traffic. So my drive was great, or my drive really sucks because it was an accident and people got hurt. There's two layers going on. There's a story about the person's experience, and there's a factual content. We should not remove them. We should get them together all the time, because it is only by putting them together that makes sense and makes relevance. So going back to Roger Schank, he emphasizes the fact that most of our writing and most of our learning objectives and most of our lesson design are so artificially done because we have removed the element of a story, which is so important for the worker, the learner, and our participants, and only kept the static, logical content, which becomes suddenly boring. So don't remove them. Story layer and the fact layer, they go hand in hand together when you develop a lesson, a presentation, or even an online virtual webinar. They go hand in hand. Try it.